Okay, so good afternoon once again, online and offline student. We are going to solve this numerical today. Okay, few new student we have, I think from D to D. Okay, so don't worry, I will try to just explain the things in details. Okay, while solving the numerical. Also, whenever we have the lab session at that time, we'll spend for the revision. Okay. So this is the example we are going to solve today. Finally, note down the question, everyone. Online student, be ready with the notebook, calculator, right? Notebook, pen, and calculator. Scientific calculator. Yes, please note down the question fast. And for regular student, we have solved I think 3 to 4 examples similar to this one. Am I right? To find the length of path of contact, that we already did for the 3 to 4 times. So now from the next lecture onwards, we'll start something new. Okay, we'll derive new equation with new examples. And still, if you did need more practice, just tell me. Okay, we'll do the more practice of the similar kind of example also if you require. Okay, the following data related to the pair of 20-degree involute gear in mass. Module 6, number of teeth on pinion 70, number of teeth on gear 49. Addendum on pinion and gear, that is equal to 1 module. So what is the meaning of this thing? Addendum is equal to 6. Right, module is 6, addendum is equal to 1 module. So addendum is equal to 6. Okay. What we need to find? The number of pair of teeth in contact. Okay. The number of pair of teeth in contact. The angle turned through by pinion and gear when when one pair of teeth in contact. Okay, we have to also find the angle. The ratio of sliding to rolling motion. Ratio of sliding to rolling motion. When the tip of the tooth on the larger wheel is just making the contact, it's just leaving the contact, right? And it is at the pitch point. So what is the meaning of this thing that we will discuss later on? The last thing is the new. So right now we are not going to focus on this third one. Okay. I will explain this third one later on. First of all, let us complete up to here. Okay. That we know very well how to solve. That we know how to solve. So let us complete up to the point number 1 and 2. Then after I will explain how to solve for the 3. Right. No need to do anything from your side. I am explaining everything. Don't worry. Just complete the question. Is it done? Is it done? No? Done? Not done? Okay, so let us see the given data first. Okay, let us see the given data first. What is given over here? The given thing over here is the first thing, that is a module. Module is equal to how much? 6 mm. Right. Module is equal to how much? 6 mm. Number of teeth on pinion, that is what? Small t. Right. Small t is equal to 17. Right. And number of teeth on gear, that is 49. So capital T, that is equal to 49. Addendum is equal to one module. So addendum is equal to 6 mm again. Because module is 6. Right. Module is 6. 5, that is the pressure angle, 20 degree. Right. Anything else which is given? No. So this is the given data. Right. This is the given data. You can start with the given data. What we have to find? The number of pair of teeth in contact. Let us just focus on the number 1 only. Okay. Number of pairs of teeth in contact. What is the meaning of this thing? Do you remember? See, this thing we have already solved in the previous numerical. Do you remember what is the meaning of it? I'm not asking the equation and all. I'm just asking what is the meaning. Number of pair of teeth in contact. That means what? Teeth are connected with each other. So what we are calling it? See the previous numerical. Let's take the previous numerical. Yes, number of pair of teeth in contact. Simple small word. What we know? Anyone? Okay, I'll give you a hint. We have discussed that if you get the answer 1.1, you will get 2. If you get the answer 2.1, you will get 3. If you get the answer 2.4, you will get 3. Now, yeah, that contact ratio. Name of that thing is what? Contact ratio. Now, we please remember contact ratio. Right, got it now. We have to find contact ratio. Okay. So first thing that we need to find contact ratio. Let us focus on only one thing. Okay. Second thing we will see later on. Okay. So I'm changing the screen now. Everyone online and offline. Now I hope you have this question and given data. I'm just changing the screen for solving the numerical. Right. What we have and what we need to find, that I have written over here. We have module, number of teeth on small, number of teeth on big. Addendum we have, pressure angle we have. We need to find the contact ratio. So for today, I will start the example numerical from the downside. Okay. So that will be better to understand. Okay. Okay, I'm just highlighting the given thing over here. Small t, that is equal to how much? Small t कितना होती? Yes, 17. Capital T, that is equal to 49. Pressure angle phi, that is a 20 degree. Addendum, that is equal to 6 mm. Module, that is equal to 6 mm. Okay, and we have to find the contact ratio. Okay, contact ratio. So I'm starting this numerical from the downside. Okay, I'm starting this numerical from the downside so that you can understand this thing properly. We need a contact ratio. Right. We need contact ratio. Do you remember the equation for the contact ratio? Do you remember? If don't remember, then don't worry. I'm writing over here. Contact ratio. That is equal to what? Arc of contact divided by circular pitch. Yes, exactly. Right. Length of arc of contact divided by circular pitch. See, do not start the numerical. Yes, online and offline both. Just observe the screen. I have started this numerical from the downside, bottom side. Okay, so that you can understand how to proceed. What we need first, we need the contact ratio. So contact ratio is equal to length of arc of contact divided by circular pitch. Okay. Now, if we want to find the contact ratio, we must have the length of arc of contact, and we need the circular pitch. Do we have it? Is it given in the question? Do you have the arc of contact? Not given. Circular pitch? Not given. So we have to calculate that first. So circular pitch. Do you remember circular pitch? Circular pitch is equal to what? Yes. Pi into m. Right. Pi into module. Pi into module, that is equal to circular pitch. Now we have the circular pitch. Okay. Now we need what? Length of arc of contact. Yes, everyone, please focus here. No need to just note it down. Just wait. Just leave your book. Close your book. Okay. It's not required. And wake up. Wake up. Sit properly. Okay, please. Otherwise, you cannot concentrate properly. It's a very tough time, I know, last lecture. Okay, so now we have circular pitch. Okay, pi into module. What we need? Length of arc of contact. Okay, so I'm writing the equation for length of arc of contact here. Length of arc of contact, that is equal to what? Path of contact divided by cos phi. Yes, path KPPL હજી વાર છે. Right. Path of contact divided by cos phi. Right. Path of contact divided by cos phi. If you remember this equation, it's actually what? The length of path of contact. So now we can calculate the length of arc of contact. Okay. We have the cos phi. Yes, that we have. Do you have the path of contact? No. Again, we need to calculate the path of contact. So path of contact is equal to what? Now that Kp and PL. Right. So that is equal to KL. KL is equal to Kp plus PL. We have the equation of Kp and PL. તમે થોડા કન્ફ્યુઝ થશો, રાઈટ? Kp PL ના ઇક્વેશન ડિરાઈવ કરી લીધા છે એટલા માટે, પણ અત્યારે ખાલી એટલું ડાયરેક્ટ યાદ રાખો, રાઈટ? So KL is equal to Kp plus PL. KL is equal to Kp plus PL. So now if we have the path of contact KL, so we can find the length of arc of contact. Right. If we calculate the arc of contact and circular pitch, we can find the contact ratio. Right. So let us find the length of path of contact first. Again, in the length of path of contact equation, Kp and PL, still something is missing. See, Kp. Kp is equal to under root of capital RA square minus R square cos square phi minus R sin phi. That is equal to Kp. And PL is equal to, similarly, under root of small r a square minus R square cos square phi minus R sin phi. Okay. This is the Kp and PL. But do you have RA? Addendum radius is given, not given. Do you have R pitch circle radius? Not given. So we need the RA and R again. Okay. So what we need here? Here we need R and small r, capital RA and small RA. So R is equal to what? Very simple equation, small and sweet. Very small equation for the radius, pitch circle radius. Module is equal to what? Module is equal to mundu boila. Diameter divided by number of teeth, that is module. M is equal to D by T. Right. So B is equal to M into T. Right. B is equal to M into T. So R is equal to M into T by 2. Capital R is equal to. Okay, online student, I was actually disconnected. Now I am connected again. So sharing the screen. Okay. So we need R and small r. So R is equal to M into capital T by 2. Small r is equal to M into small t by 2. Right. RA, that is equal to R plus addendum. Here small r plus addendum. Okay. So we can calculate this all things. Okay. So this is our starting point. This is our starting point of the numerical. We need to find the pitch circle radius of pinion and gear, addendum radius for the pinion and gear. Then after we can find the Kp and PL. Okay. How to solve this equation? That I just explained by using the calculator also. Still, if you have any doubt, you can just ask me. Right. So first of all, just calculate the capital R. Yes. Now start the calculation. Now we can start the example from here. Capital R, that is equal to M into T divided by 2. M, that is 6. Capital T, 49 divided by 2. Okay, Harsraj Singh Rathod. Let us check the answer. I don't have the answer, so maximum answer is the correct answer. 147. Okay. Any other new digit? Is it confirmed? 147. Okay, 147. Okay, Asraj, very good. Small r, 51. Huh? 51. ઓનલાઈન માંથી આ આન્સર આવે છે અલગ હોય તો કયો I don't have the answer, so we'll go with the majority. Capital R A. Yes, Harsraj, very fast. 153 and 57. Good. 153 and 57. We have to just add the 6. Okay. So this is all we have. Capital R, small r, RA, small r. Now this is the very important thing. And still many students are doing the mistake in the calculation of this. Okay. Just tell me Kp is equal to and PL is equal to. Okay, very good. Parth Sudani. Very quick answer. Yes, anyone need help in calculator? Anyone need help? No one? Okay. Got the answer? Okay, online student, please type your answer KP and PL both. I am actually discussing with the offline student now. So muting the mic. You please type your answer over here. Okay, so all the offline students have given the answers. What about the online? Okay, Parth, that is correct answer. What about the others? Please do it fast. Yes, online student, please do the calculation quickly. Otherwise, come to college. That will be better for you, right? Because within a month you have the exam, and exam is not online; it's offline. So be prepared. So these are the things of practice. Okay, if you think that in the previous day of the exam you are going to read all this book and you will pass the examination, it is not like that. Okay, you need a lots of practice. So give me the answer. Yes, offline student, KP is equal to 15.67. Okay, and PL is equal to 13.45. So KL is equal to summation of both, 29.13. Okay, so we can calculate the length of arc of contact. You have to just divide this thing by cos phi. Length of arc of contact is equal to 29.13 divided by cos phi. 28. It's a nearer. 28.92. Okay. 28.92 divided by cos phi. How much? Yes, cost 20. 30. So this is the length of arc of contact, right? Mm. All the answer in mm, right? So now you have the length of arc of contact, you have the circular pitch pi into module, you have all the things to find the contact ratio. So tell me contact ratio is equal to, answer is 2. Okay, good. You will get the answer, I think 1.6. 1.6. So we can consider that thing as a 2. You can consider that thing as a 2. Yes, online student. Anyone have any doubt, any queries, any questions? So this is the contact ratio. What is the meaning of contact ratio? Just observe the question. In the question, it is written the number of pair of teeth in contact. Right. So it cannot be 1.6. Okay. How many number of teeth are in contact? It cannot be 1.6, 1.2, 1.1 like that. If the contact will be in between 1 or 2 or 3 like that. Okay. So it will be 1 pair or 2 pair or 3 pair. So here it is a 2 pair. At the same time, number of teeth is 2. Right. Yes, done. Everyone done up to here. Okay, second thing that we need to find. Look at the question again. I'm not opening the question over here. You have the question. But the second thing that you need to find is angle turned through by the pinion and gear when one pair of teeth in contact. So are you comfortable with this handwriting? Are you comfortable? All are with this writing? Okay. So angle turned through by the pinion and gear when one pair of teeth in contact. That is the second thing that we need to calculate. Is Kp plus P. 29.1. See, Kp, that is a 15.5. Correct answer. These are the correct answer. Kp 15.5. PL 13.41. And KL, that is 28.91. Okay, so next thing, angle turned through by the pinion and gear when one pair of teeth in contact. So we have the equation for this also, right? There is no any derivation, but you have to remember the equation for this. Angle is equal to, do you remember? Do you remember the equation? Anyone? Length of arc of contact, then I'm not asking to new student, but I can ask to all students. Angle is equal to arc of contact multiply by 360 divided by, yes, 2 pi r, that is circumference. Okay. So angle is equal to arc of, okay, who is that? Yes, Parth, good. I think from the online session only 2 students are active doing the calculation, Parth and Harsraj. I suggest remaining all students to be active. Okay. This is just for you, not for me. Angle that is equal to arc of contact multiply by 360 degree divided by circumference of pinion. This is the for pinion. The first one is for pinion. And the second thing again we can calculate for the gear. So again same equation. Arc of contact multiply by 360 degree divided by circumference of gear now. Circumference of gear. So circumference is equal to what? 2 pi r. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So give me the answer over here and here. For the pinion and for the gear. Yes, Rahul Dabi is also active. Very good. those who are doing the calculation from the online, at least give the answer. Okay. It may be late, it may be early, it may be correct, incorrect. Don't worry about that. But kindly give the answer so that I come to know that you are active, available. Otherwise, it will going to effect on your internal marks. Okay, Harsraj. So angle turn through by opinion. Yes, Janil. Parth Sudani. Okay, correct. We have to find the both angles separately for the pinion and for the gear. Okay, Priyank, received your answer. So here the answer from the student 34.6567. So let us take the answer 34.6 degree. And for the gear, yes, 12, exactly 12. Okay, 12. So this is the angle turn through by, yes, part 12. Good. Angle turn through by pinion and gear when the one pair of teeth in contact. Now we are coming to the last thing of the example. Just look at the question again. The ratio of sliding to rolling motion. Ratio of sliding to rolling. This is the last thing we need to find. Okay. Ratio means what? Sliding divided by rolling. Right. That is the ratio. Or we can say rolling divided by sliding. That is also ratio. So we should have the velocity, sliding velocity and rolling velocity. Okay. Yes, ready? Done? Up to here? Okay, I will do it quickly. I know this is the last 5 minutes and it's a very crucial. So for the ratio of sliding to rolling velocity, we need to calculate both individually. First of all, let us calculate the rolling velocity. Okay, before calculating, what is the meaning of this sliding to rolling? See, two gear teeth will engage like this. Two gear teeth will work like this. Right. Are you getting? It is going to work like this. Done. So now on this surface, it is having some rolling effect like this. This is the rolling effect. One more thing. This teeth is pushing this teeth in downside, or this one is pushing upside. Any, but one is pushing to another like this. So this is the sliding velocity. Sliding velocity over here. Are you getting? Two different velocities. The rolling means this one. This is the roll, and another one is pushing downside like this. See, this is the sliding. Sliding. This is the thing we are finding regarding the meaning of this. Now, how to find that? Ratio of sliding to rolling velocity. So let us see the rolling velocity first of all. As per the figure that we used in the derivation, omega 1 was that. Omega 1, that is the angular velocity of pinion. Just note it down. Angular velocity of pinion, and omega 2, that is equal to angular velocity of gear. Right, this is the thing, omega 1 and omega 2. We have the equation omega 1 by omega 2, that is equal to capital T by small t. This equation we derived in the law of gearing. Law of gearing, right? If you remember, law of gearing. So we can calculate the omega 1 and omega 2 from here. We can say that omega 2, that is equal to omega 1 multiplied by small t divided by capital T. So omega 2, that is equal to, if you do the calculation, it's a 0.347 omega 1. I'm writing the direct answers, okay, because we are running out of time. So omega 2 is equal to 0.347 omega 1, right? So let us come to the rolling velocity now. Rolling velocity is equal to what? Angular velocity multiplied by radius, right? Angular velocity, that is equal to omega 1 into r, right? And that is also is equal to omega 2 into capital R, right? Capital R. Both are equal. In case of gear, the rolling velocity, whatever for the gear 1 will be there, the same will be for the gear 2 will be there, right? Because ultimately it is transferring the power. So both are equal. So we can say that omega 2 is equal to 0.347 omega 1, right? 347 omega 1. Then, समझाइए? Are you getting it? Or it's a little bit difficult? So if it is like that, we can just skip to the next lecture. It's okay. Next lecture. Next lecture. Can you finish this? Okay, because we have to calculate the sliding also. Then after we'll take the rest. Okay, if you are comfortable, then it's okay. So this is the velocity of rolling, right? Velocity of rolling. Now sliding velocity. Do you remember the equation for the sliding velocity? Vs. What was the Vs? Sliding velocity. It was the equation like omega 1 plus omega 2 multiplied by kt, or we can say multiply by PL, right? So let us take the Kp first. Let us take the Kp first. So what is the meaning of this thing first of all? Sliding velocity at the contact beginning. When the contact between the two gear teeth is begin from here to the pitch point. Let us say this is the pitch point and this is the starting point. So two teeth are beginning the contact from here to here. Right. So this is the sliding velocity of Kp. Okay, Kp. Then after from the pitch point, it is ending the contact over here. So this is what PL. This is PL. So starting the contact at K, this is the middle point P, and this is the last point A. Total is length of path of contact K. As for the question, we have to find the ratio at the three different points. Starting right at the beginning of contact, at the pitch point, and also at the ending point. Right. If you think logically, the pitch point is having the sliding velocity is equal to 0. Right. It is actually sliding from here to here. But here it is, there is no any sliding. And from here to here again it's a sliding. See, here it is sliding like this. The first one is sliding over second one. But at the midpoint, sliding velocity is 0. Again, this is the sliding velocity of PL. Is it clear? So we need to find the sliding velocity individually for beginning and for disengagement also. So note it down. When the engagement begins, at that time the sliding velocity is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into Kp. Right. Here just note it down at the beginning, or you can say at the engagement. Here it is the engagement of two teeth, and then after the last one is a disengagement of two teeth. So sliding velocity, that is equal to omega 1 plus, what was that? 0.347 omega 1. Omega 2 is equal to 0.347 omega 1 from here. Right, from here. Here we have omega 1 is equal to omega 2 is equal to 0.347 omega 1. So I'm using that value over here, omega 1. Here in this equation, Vs is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 is equal to 0.347 omega 1 multiplied by Kp. So we have the Kp, right? Kp was 15.5. 15.5. So now you will have the answer. I'm giving you the direct answer. 0.88 omega 1. You still have the answer in the form of omega 1 mm per second. Mm per second. This is the answer in mm per second. This is the point of engagement. Remember, this is the answer for the what? Engagement. Sliding velocity at engagement. Now we need to calculate the sliding velocity at disengagement. Sliding velocity at disengagement. So again, we have to use the same equation. Vs is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 multiplied by PL over here. Right. So here again, omega 1 is equal to omega 1 plus 0.347 omega 2 multiplied by PL, that is 13.41. So the answer will be 18.1 omega 1 mm per second. Mm per second. So this is the sliding velocity at disengagement. Sliding velocity at disengagement. Now just calculate the ratio, but before calculating the ratio, you have to make the same unit of both things, right? You need to make the same unit for both. See, this is the sliding velocity, right? This is also the sliding velocity. Now, what is the rolling velocity? VR. VR, that is equal to, again I am writing the previous equation, omega 1 into R, that is also equal to omega 2 into R, or we can say capital R is what? Capital R is 51, right? So that is equal to omega 2 into, sorry, omega 2 into R, right? So we can say that it's the omega 1 into 51, or we can say it's a 51 omega 1 mm per second. Right. Mm per second. This is the VR actually. This is what a VR, 51 point. So this is the actually, that was not VR. Here it is. We have just used this condition. We omega 1 into R is equal to omega 2 into R. We have to use this condition to find the value of individual any one, right? To make this value individually one. But here we are using the again that equation. VR is equal to omega 1 into R is equal to omega 2 into R. Both are equal. So R is what? R is radius, 51. Capital R is 51. So VR is equal to, we can say 51 into omega 1. So do you? Huh? 51 જ આપેલું છે ને. Okay, small r આપેલું છે. Small r, that is the 147. Right. So if you are writing in the terms of small r, it will be 147 into omega 2, right? Mm per second. Right. Sorry. Capital R is 147. Small r, that is the 51. But we are using only one. Okay. Because the rolling velocity will be same. Rolling velocity will be same for both. So now you have to take this ratio. Now you have to just take the ratio. Vs by Vr at engagement. Vs divided by Vr. So Vs was what? 20.88 and divide omega 1, divide by 51 omega 1. So the answer is 0.41. This is the ratio at the engagement, right? And at the disengagement, yes, here it is a ratio. Sliding divided by rolling. And at the disengagement, again, if we calculate the ratio Vs divided by Vr, so that is equal to 18.1 omega 1 divided by 51 omega 1. So that is equal to 0.355. Okay, these are the two ratios at the engagement and at the disengagement. Yes, online student can give the attendance now. Type your attendance in the chat box. I think there will be some queries over here in this ratio. Okay, I will repeat this topic, last one topic in the next lecture also. Right, don't worry. Because we have completed this thing in a quick manner. Okay, automobile. Okay, let us say D to D first. D to D. Last two digit only. Last digit बोलो ना खाली. 3. 5. Okay, D2D where? D2D where છે ને અત્યારે. Okay. Now in regular, mechanical 5. Mechanical 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 24. Then, okay, automobile 2, 3, 4. Done. Take your number. D2D 3, 5, mechanical 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 24, automobile 2, 3, 4. Yes, we'll repeat this last one, okay? We'll repeat this last one in the next lecture. Yes, online student, if you have given the attendance, can close the session now. Thank you.